Hello everyone, I'm Jen, product manager on Rainbow Six Siege, and I'm really excited to be here today to present you our latest operation, our latest content update, Operation Dustline. In about 3 minutes, we're going to be having a live demo played for you that is going to be played by some special guests that we brought for you here today, and then we will have an in-depth discussion panel for about 15 minutes, and then we will have, of course, the finals for the Pro League that we cannot wait to watch. So let's talk a little bit about Operation Dustline before we get started. As you all know, in year one, we have content drops every time. So we come out with one free new map for every season, as well as 2 operators, new content, and improvements upon the game. And this time with Operation Dustline, of course, we're doing that. So let's talk about it a little bit. For our second season, we are glad to bring you into a new location. We're bringing you to the Middle East. You will be taken into the new map, Border Control, that is going to be much more dynamic than what we've ever seen before in Rainbow Six. All around the map, there's going to be a large catwalk that players are going to be able to use to flank and reposition themselves. It's also got vertical rappel indoors for vertical firefights, and it's the most destructible map that we've ever had in Rainbow Six according to its size. Now let's talk about the operators a little bit. We have 2 new operators. They are the Navy SEALs from the US. We have Valkyrie and Blackbeard. Let's start with Valkyrie, which is my personal favorite. She's bringing into the battlefield 4 deployable sticky cameras that our whole team is going to be able to look at and see, to basically see where the enemies are coming from. And on the other side, we have Blackbeard. He's coming with his armored rifle shield. He's basically a versatile pointman. He's going to be able to come into a room with the cover and then really go in full speed as a regular assaulter. And I cannot wait to see that in the demo that we will have really soon. We also have more than 50 improvements that we added onto the game. We will be discussing this in depth during our panel that will be with developers as well as some special guests. If you have any questions about those, make sure to hashtag Rainbow Six Pro League to ask us any question you might have. And finally, before we get to the live demo, we want to show you our winning team showcase. That is a new feature that we have. And it's also featuring for you a little preview of the headgears and charms that we will have into the game. Now enough talk about that. Let's talk about the demo that we're going to have. I will present to you the first guest that we have with us today. We have Serenity. You might know him from YouTube or for Twitch. He's also come to the studio to discover this new content a little bit before everyone. First off, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Honestly, my heart's broken now because there's no any teams in the final, but I'm here to redeem them.
Yeah, because basically we have created another NA team for you to redeem them, so we're going to see how that's going to go. What do you think of the new content?
Well, I was kind of surprised like how much it's going to break the metagame, actually. And that's the case. Like that's really what Ubisoft wants, right? But you guys are going to see, you're going to be really surprised at how good those operators are. They're going to be like must picks on pretty much any team that wants to win.
So we're going to see you pick them most likely, huh?
For sure.
All right, so let's go take your spot. I'm going to quickly present the guests, and then we can get started. So let's start to see who will be joining Serenity. Next to him, you can see that we have Shorty Guy, one of our Twitch streamers, and Icy Cat, who also is one of our YouTubers. And they are joined by the 2 representatives of the North American teams. Next to them, as you can see, they are here to fight and redeem themselves. Now let's check quickly on the European side who we have. We do have some Americans, though. we will have our 3 casters that will be fighting today. We have Punji, Penky, and True Talent, joined by 2 representatives of our European teams. So I cannot wait to see what happens with that. Let's see who takes it. Are you guys ready? It seems like they are. Let's get started.
I think Twitch is more excited.
Just remember, like, everything is destructible, pretty much.
Yeah.
My game is.
Oh no! Oh no! Please.
I can't move. Apparently,
No, I think it's getting really hot.
It's making its way.
Come on.
Making my way downtown.
Come on.
Walking fast.
Faces pass and I'm homebound.
Oh, I am not. Who am I?
And now ESL's gonna get a copyright strike.
Just click as much as you can.
I don't want to be Monte.
Are we all recruits?
Probably.
Alpha doit trouver et désarmer les bombes.
Yay!
I don't know.
My
what
tab
it is.
isn't even working.
Yeah, my tab
the
doesn't work
entire
either. It's still beta build.
Yeah, right.
Alright, we're good.
They'll fix this before it comes out.
Just go with it.
Upstairs.
Upstairs?
Yeah, I don't.
Alright. Keep your drones, we're gonna need them.
I don't know where it is.
How big is this map?
It's like here for size.
My fucking keyboard just keeps like randomly jumping without me even touching anything.
Yeah, try to keep it PG. Yeah, okay. Alright. That's good.
Il reste 5 secondes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to repel on those windows with Blackbeard. You just try to flank them.
Oh god.
Recruits for the win. Let's do
No,
it.
not recruits.
Nah, you got this. I got this. We got this.
I'm Montaigne.
Hey, someone wants the diffuser? I don't want to risk it. There you go.
Assaillants ont lâché le désamorceur. Le désamorceur
Who's recruit?
est tiré par Alpha.
Every door, like big door in, is a hallway pretty much.
Alright, let's get the cameras first.
Got 2 of them.
You guys know how many?
I got one, so yeah, there's 3 outside, I'm pretty sure.
Northeast, northwest, and southwest. Those are all the cameras.
You want to put a breach on it?
Yeah.
Go in.
Nice, Ray.
He was on the A side?
My guy literally doesn't know how to.
Okay, I need a drone here. Cover me. He might go outside. Yeah, he got my drone.
Alpha n'a plus en main
My
son désamorceur.
are apparently different. My push to talk is my repel button.
Yeah, different SSD.
Alpha a repris son désamorceur.
Alright, I'm with you, kids. Nice. Let's try to go upstairs on the A side. There's something on the right side.
I've got them on me. I've got 2 on me.
Sure.
Yeah, Serenity, you gotta come here and peek this corner.
I got down. I got 2 on me right now.
Oh, you're other side. Just like top
Le
of stairs. peek the
désamorceur
corner.
d'Alpha a été abandonné.
Okay, sure.
Les assaillants ont récupéré le
You repel
désamorceur.
I don't see much.
I don't know where I'm going, man. This is like I can't even find the sites.
Yeah, just go on the A side.
Okay.
I can hear them laughing. It's so BM.
All BMs.
Not surprised.
There's one in the site. How do you get into that site?
There's windows, hallways. That's all.
Yeah, it looks clear. Check on left side, and then we can go on the room on the right side.
They're gonna be in that window. Right there.
Yeah. Okay, I can hear one on A side. I'm pretty sure B is clear. I don't have a drone. Can you cover me? Can you come and plant the bomb, actually?
Me? Yeah, hold on.
Yes.
I'm gonna reach over here and make some noise.
Got two. Come.
Come on. Cover.
That's
I don't know on which side he is. I don't know what it is.
My gun switched.
I got it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Nice shot.
really nice round.
Défenseur éliminé.
My gun just like
Nice
randomly
job.
switched.
Nice job.
Is that a 4K?
Yeah, it's so good.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, because you can stay peaked, so... Yeah.
Right.
So maybe we can pick operators this time.
I changed
Oh,
my
yeah.
keybind,
Yeah, I
so
hope
hopefully
so.
that fixes.
Hopefully, yeah.
No, I'm still
Nope.
just
Spam click.
Okay. So, I am joined right now by Leroy, game designer on the game. I'm Jen, as you know, the product manager. And we really wanted to highlight real quick one of the things for us that was standing out from the game is the utilization of Blackbeard.
Yeah, we saw Serenity playing Blackbeard, and we saw him, deploy his shield and sometimes remove it. And it's a very important feature, in fact, because it changes the way the speed of your move. So when you're more, in rushing phases, you need to remove your shield so you gain speed. So it's not always like having always the shield. So it's very interesting to see Serenity play back and forth with these.
All right, let's head into the second game, second round.
Okay.
All right, so this is just okay.
It's pretty hard to use Valkyrie on this map because I don't know where the cameras are exactly.
Okay, so the staircase is over here.
Is this in a casual format?
Yes, this is first to 3, I think. I'm gonna try to flank them, but no promise.
I'm gonna lurk, so
okay.
I will
Same.
Kicks, you wanna go with me?
No, I'm gonna stay.
You're done.
Play dog.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Alpha doit trouver et désarmer une bombe.
Yeah, if they come A door, let me know. Kicks.
Caméra installée et fonctionnelle. Rechargement.
Oh, I hear from south
That's
side.
me shooting. Me shooting.
Yeah.
Rechargement!
That was me.
Ooh, I hear. Okay, okay. No one on the roof.
Window.
Barbelé déployé.
They're over by A door.
I see it.
Hey,
Just
okay.
hold B.
I'm coming over. Oh man, that's terrifying.
I'm holding B.
Guys, let me know if they're in A door, okay?
All right.
Nouvelle
Are they
caméra.
out this side? Left to right, left to right.
I can't see.
Enemy security room?
I don't hear anything.
So there's one on the right room.
Pull back, pull back.
Exit. Yep. Let's just pull back.
Yep.
Just hurdle. Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure there's no drones over there.
That was so close.
Yeah, on the other side of A, that's security room. Ash
I was
in there.
afraid for you for a second.
Big plays by a castle. No one in the alley. It seems like they're all in the same spot because I don't see anything.
I got Bungie. Just one more. One more on my mark. One more in the thing.
Okay. Oh, it's okay. I got ice
Right
spot.
side of the wall. 2 minutes.
I got the right side. You can left side, right?
Nice.
I'm watching cameras.
I got him.
Dernier agent Alpha.
Let's recruit.
Just playtime, playtime.
Yeah, playtime.
I'll scan when I see him. It'll make it easier.
I don't have cameras left. I think he's on my side.
He's gotta be
He just shot.
stairs, yeah?
I'm gonna let him come. I'm gonna tell you when I hear him walk. Like now. He's lit. He's right side. Nice.
Nice.
Good job.
Yep.
Who's the one getting recruited this time?
Yeah, right.
Oh, we can actually get like an operator.
So it's looking really good for our mostly North American team right now with Serenity. They are taking the lead 2-0. Leroy, what was the highlight of the match for you?
I think that the play at the end, and the cool thing is that I don't know if we saw it, but the fact that even if he was, looking to take down the two remaining enemy, the teammate were able to go to his camera, his Valkyrie camera. The cool thing is that everyone can access to the camera, so I think it played a part of the winning at the end.
All right, let's see how it goes into the next round. It is first to 3, so it might end there actually.
Yeah.
So let's head into it.
I think the only person that...
On the bottom floor.
IQ, Ash, and...
Downstairs.
No. Is Bushu?
I ran into one down there.
Yeah,
I ran into
It might be the main.
Ooh, this is so cool. There's a ledge
Nice
that goes
spots
all the way
already.
over. Oh, never mind.
You fell through.
Was a nice spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I feel like the game
I'm not
feels
sure
a
where
little
they
better
are.
now on this patch.
Yeah, you want to.
I'm a
Yeah, what is he doing?
They're talking smack right now.
5 secondes avant insertion.
He pulled it down again. I don't know if he thinks...
Yeah, you want...
La faille de
he wants
localiser et de désarmer une
Alright,
bombe.
guys,
Les
let's
assaillants ont
use the
lâché le
drone first.
désamorceur.
Let's not
Alpha
try
a
to
repris
find the
son
spot where
désamorceur.
there's
I'm gonna go kill
on
this
foot.
kid.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, I'll just drone.
Camera out.
Make sure they don't come out from the outside. Second floor. It's not service. Nice. It's actually service.
Close luck, please.
Okay, I'm droning.
That was right side. Across there.
Right as well. One's on the stairs.
On the stairs, yeah. On the stairs.
Oh, that's a hard angle.
I'm gonna readjust. Let's just go somewhere else. It's a wall.
Yes.
Alright, you leave the shield.
Okay, sure.
Don't tag him, I see. Don't tag him. Just get in it. Oh, nice try.
Yeah, try to back up.
I hear something on my left and on right side is.
Let me drone for you. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. That was close.
I hear one by I see.
Right side clear. Immediate right clear. I didn't see anything in your left, but you can poke out there.
I hear something right side.
Right side far.
Yeah. Nice.
Did you get him?
I got him.
There's a guy on the other side of the room for me.
They have roamers upstairs.
Nice kicks.
Nice. Okay, let's get the.
Okay, what's the hold
Dernier Delta.
Watch that room. Stairs? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it.
You stood up.
Hey!
There you go.
Sorry, you stood up as soon as you...
It's my fault. Yeah, look at this.
Clutch.
Wait, did they just win?
Non, ils ont perdu.
17. Ah, so here you go. We have a 3-0
Yeah.
for North America has officially redeemed themselves.
Exactly. And you know what is cool is that it's something that we don't often see, that the opportunity to hear their communication. It's insane how quick, they get to some quick call, and we saw Serenity make a short call and Kicks following him. It was nice team play, and it's cool to see this kind of footage, actually.
All right. Well, let's head into the show match is already over. It went by so fast, and now we're going to head into our little discussion panel segment to really analyze what we just saw, the new content, and go in depth with the patch notes and everything, because I know community is dying to know which improvements we've made to the game. But first off, let's present who I am joined by. So the man behind the voice that we were hearing, we have Leroy, our game designer, and we're joined by Justin Kruger, our community developer.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And in a short moment, this seat will be filled by the winner, the MVP,
MVP.
Serenity.
Clearly.
Who will be able to tell us everything about what he thought about the new content. Oh,
there he is.
Coming right up.
I'm coming.
Supposed to celebrate the victory.
Yeah, for sure. They were talking smack, so we owed them. Easy.
Had to respond.
Exactly.
All right, so the first segment, we wanted to talk about the map. You just played it. What were your... Well, I guess you did play it at the studio, but what are your first impressions on this new map, Border?
At first, it's really hard on your mind because pretty much every room looks the same. But the more you play it, you kind of realize that there's a big room in the middle, and then you can connect all the other rooms that you know onto that room, and it's pretty easy to learn actually, and it has a lot of replayability. Sorry, because it's so destructible. So I think it's going to be a great map for the Pro League.
All right, so you're thinking it's going to make it to the Pro League?
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
All right, and Leroy, seeing the players interact with the map, basically for the first time since the devs and the internal playtests, what did you think? Is it the same? How did it go?
It's never the same, and in fact, it's amazing. I will take one example. It's when you played with your drone and you go over this ledge, and actually you guys have a tendency to be super creative on how to get some vantage point and to hide your drone. And it's always amazing to see this kind of stuff, to see the map being alive suddenly.
Yeah, I mean, we always try to look for drone spots, and it's something that constantly evolves because for example, at the beginning we find the best ones, like the optimal ones, but they get taken out super quickly because people
learn about it.
Yeah,
So you have to get
you have to downgrade, over and over again until the map is completely figured out, and then you have to keep your drone alive for the the action phase. Then that's what you see in the Pro League. People don't hide their drone.
And Justin, did you have any community questions about the map?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people are curious about how large the map actually is. I think you could tell a little bit from the stream, but how does it compare to other maps?
It's kind of a small to medium-sized map. The level designers say it's kind of like a Hereford-based size, so that people can really relate to that. So that's what we consider small to medium.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that size?
I mean, I think it's fine. I like smaller maps with more destructivity because, like, for example, House, you know, it's so easy to learn, but it has a lot of replayability just because of that. Maps like Consulate, they're really, like, hard to learn, and then it's pretty much all the same, you know, it's the same thing over and over again. So I really like this format, and I hope the next maps are going to be just like that.
Yeah, actually, this one is about 15% more destructible for its size compared to other maps. So I can't wait to see people like learn how to destroy it and all the vantage points you can create. So it should be pretty exciting.
Sledge is going to have a fun time on this map, let me tell you. Yeah, everyone.
So of course, it's going to be free immediately for everyone as soon as the season goes live. Because we really value having no community split, so we want everybody to enjoy it. So can't wait to see everyone play it. But let's talk a little bit about the operators now. Since I have my personal favorite, Valkyrie, I figured we would start with that one. Leroy, can you tell us a little bit about like the design intention behind her?
Yes, the idea is that the main idea came from when the Pro League started to be played, and we were watching a pro player playing our game, and we start to see them to see how they use their drone. And actually, it was not that much to find and spot the objective, but more trying to establish like a live network of communication, like CCTV, so they can cover their entry, chase the roamer and stuff like that. And we are like, wow, it's super cool. It's allow player to create their own.
So the attackers placing themselves to set up information network.
And we're like, okay, what if we give this kind of possibility for the defender? For sure, we have the static camera, but as we mentioned them, they are static. So we are thinking like, okay, maybe an operator could have like a sticky camera, then every player could be, super creative, and it will be just about imagination. And as you mentioned, they will have to learn best spot, but then people will learn them also. And we think also it's synergized well with the other operator, like for example IQ, that could be even buff.
So it's synergized well with the opponents.
In a way,
well, it's a buff. It's a buff to IQ because they're so hard to spot. And I mean, it's really fixing a bunch of stuff in the game just by introducing something. For example, like now it's a lot easier to flank and roam, so the gameplay is a lot more dynamic because like it allows so much flanking opportunities, which is required because Blackbeard,
especially on this new map too.
Yes,
with
for
the
sure.
catwalk?
Oh yeah, and sometimes you can just because this map, like there's so much very, very thin walls, you know, you can just use the spotting mechanic and you can shoot through the walls, and you can really make some sick plays with the cameras.
And how do you feel about Valkyrie for pros? Like, how far can they take it?
Valkyrie, let me tell you, like I would bet, you know, everything that I have, it's gonna be a must pick, like 100% of the time. She has 4 cameras.
Yep.
And basically, like, you know, you use 3 and then you keep 1 for yourself. For example, you're roaming and then like they're, you know, trying to circle you. You can just throw a camera on the roof, sorry, not on the roof, on the ceiling, and you can just hide under the desk and wait. Or you can just throw a C4 when they're coming and stuff like that.
Yeah, because she has a C4 too.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I like too is I personally see a use for newcomers as well. Like I know that some people, like you place your C4, let's say you don't know like your teammates too well, you don't know what to say. Well, you can at least look at your C4 and know when to detonate it, and you can learn the map well, I feel, with this operator.
Yeah, there's a lot of trap possibilities. For example, the nitro cells, they don't make any sound when it's like under the floor or on the other side of the wall. So there's a lot of flanking, not flanking, but traps possibilities, which is, again, like I said, it's required because Blackbeard is so strong in those tunnel vision firefights. And yeah, I really like the way Valkyrie is. I really like the way Valkyrie is affecting the gameplay right now.
All right. Well, you mentioned Blackbeard. Let's talk a little bit about him. What do you think, Leroy? What was the intention behind Blackbeard?
You know that we always had a shield in the game, and the point men actually are defined by trading like a full protection. It's a trade versus their lethality because you only have a handgun with a fire.
Yeah, they also get slower.
Exactly. And we wanted to change the play with the cursor, basically, and say that, okay, let's remove part of the protection, but instead give him like an assault rifle. And it's like the man that you will use mainly to enter the battlement, because at the window, I think it will be a beast since he's cover, and so it's hard to take him out from a firefight from windows to inside. And so I think it will create, like, as you mentioned, either flanking or defenders that has to fall back to another layer of defense. Because then when he enters the room, when he's indoor and, moving across the hallway and stuff like that, there is always a big part of him that is still vulnerable. So, yeah, that's the idea we wanted to play with.
And how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, he's insanely strong in tunnel vision firefights. He's really hard to deal with if you're not, like, dynamic. If you're not actively trying to find a way to, like, flank him or just, throw a, I don't know, like a nitro cell or something, he's just going to wreck you. So, yeah, you have to be really dynamic, and it forces the players to take more decisions. But also, I mean, Valkyrie allows the players to make more decisions.
Yeah, because they're more informed.
Yeah. So they kind of counter each other, And yeah, I really, like I said, I like the way, he's going to kind of cancel out the silly fights where, like, two enemies are fighting each other, like, every single round. He's just going to come in and take the spot. It's like, this fight is over now, and let's move on to some more creative way to fight, yeah.
So he's good to establish forced positioning, let's say.
Yeah, and he's going to bring a breath of fresh air to the Pro League, that's for sure. Because the Pro League now, they found out, like, the most optimal spots to defend from, and it seems like it's always the same thing on very old maps, like Hereford Base.
Actually, we're talking about, like, border a lot, but those operators are also going to be used on the other maps, so people are going to have to relearn everything.
Yeah, and they actually, like, changed the whole way we're going to be playing the whole map, so, they're not... they're not old maps anymore, you know what I mean?
They're new maps.
Yeah, exactly. New angles and really new fights, yeah.
All right. Justin, did you have any questions from the community about operators?
Yeah, absolutely. I see you Twitch chat, of course. But
Twitch chat.
Yeah, I think this is more directed to you, Leroy. Are you ever concerned about releasing new operators that may be considered overpowered?
Okay, it's a good question. Yes, there will always be a risk to do that, but I think it's okay in a sense that, first of all, I think it's more interesting to take risk than starting to turn around. As you mentioned, we want to we want to shake the meta. We want to give more and more possibility for the player to give more creativity tool. And yes, we really want. I think it's part of a living game is trying to push new content. But every time you do that, yes, of course, you take risk. And why it is okay also is that because I think so far we demonstrate that how close we are from the community, how we listen to them, how we are reactive, and if it's happened, we know that we are already prepared to to do some rebalance, some rework. We prefer to take risk and then adjust than just doing nothing and turn around and giving always the same kind of operator.
All right,
it's more of an evolving process.
Exactly.
What's your favorite new operator?
It has to be Valkyrie.
Yeah?
Those cameras that she has are amazing. I absolutely love them. But I also got to say that Blackbeard's primary gun loadout is really awesome. Introducing the Scar into the game, I'm so hyped about that.
And there's the Desert Eagle too that we...
the Deagle hype.
I remember Twitch chat was pretty excited about this one too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Did you get to try it?
The Deagle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, usually I don't really like it compared to the other pistols, because usually when you pull out your pistol, it's to finish out someone. You don't really need that additional damage, but it is really, I mean, it's fun to see, like, that iconic pistol, being introduced in the game, yeah.
All right. Just a quick reminder so that everyone's on the same page. Those operators will be live when the season goes live, but the season pass holders are going to get them for 1 week as an exclusivity. Then they will be available, of course, for free to everyone for 2,500 renown, 25,000, 3 zeros. I'm French, sorry. Struggling with English numbers now. Or 600 rainbow credits if people are too eager and they don't want to do the grind and they don't want to wait. So, yeah, it's going to be available for everyone, and I'm pretty excited to see which side people are going to go on. Are they going to buy Valkyrie or Blackbeard? I don't know. So let's get into the improvements, because I know a lot of people are curious about the patch notes. They're going to be coming on May 9th. The full patch notes, but we want to really talk about the biggest points about it. We want to give you some insight about what's going on here. So we have quite a bit of things to cover here. And I think we had one question from the chat that was very accurate.
Yeah, this one comes from Twitter, from @PC_MRCC. Thank you very much for your question. He asks, are there any plans to buff the less picked operators, such as Montagne, IQ, and Tachenka?
And I'm glad you asked. This is exactly the operators that we plan to buff.
Yeah, that's hilarious because we were going to cover these three because they're the three biggest changes. They're not just basically rebalancing, they're straight up reworks of operators. Maybe Leroy, you can walk us through them a little bit?
Yeah, but first of all, IQ, we changed the way that his gadget work. Now you will have a better, we changed the FX so you will see really well through your gadget. So it will be easier to trade kill and to start to shoot. And also it will spot the gadget, but it will show you the shape of the gadget.
Yeah, as we can see.
Yeah. So it's easier for you to understand, okay, and to prioritize, like, okay, should I shoot this? Or I should doesn't care because it's like and as we mentioned, it's really cool to spot the cameras we see, and she can see.
Yeah, such as security cameras or Valkyrie cameras.
It will be way easier for her to shoot the stuff.
Yeah, besides that, we also have a Montagne rework.
Yeah.
He's getting basically a super shield. He already had a pretty mighty shield, but now he's getting basically extensions on the sides, which is going to allow him to really, really protect his teammates. What's the design intention behind
that? The idea is that we really wanted to get to be the front man, like being in a door and no one can do nothing. And times to time, because of the modulation and stuff, people were able, to land, shoot, and to kill him. So with this side flap, we expect him to be really protecting on a 180-degree perspective.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really the idea of when he guard a door or an entrance, you know that it's safe.
Yeah. How do you feel about that change on Montagne?
Well, now he's going to be able to not only block the door, but actually block the door and then turn a little bit to see what's going on on the left side and on the right side without being punished.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to give more information for his team than before.
Yeah. Shields are all about getting information, and Montagne should be able to get more information than the other shields, and that's what he is able to do now.
You think it's going to make people use him more?
Yes, I don't think it's going to be used in the Pro League just yet, but I think, there's definitely going to be a lot more people, playing Montagne.
Yeah, we could get a surprise. We never know.
Exactly.
Never know. We have some Shield players out there.
Yeah, we saw it.
And we thought of you. And finally, our third bigger rework of the operators, we have Tachenka. The famous Tachenka.
Yeah, so basically there are two parts of this revamp. There is the first one that we speed up the animation of deploying the machine gun, or I don't know when you said undeploying the machine gun.
Yeah.
So it's easier for you to move.
So get in, get out.
Exactly. To round, and you can change position. And also we change the way it's work with detection. So now you will be able to put it in corner, closer to wall.
Okay.
So basically you will have a way more. It's more analogic. You will have
more use, more versatility.
Yeah, more spot where you can really hide, really take a corner, and try to really forbid a line of fire or something like that.
But also, this is kind of the first start for Tachenka, right? We always look at different operators.
As we mentioned, is that this patch is the beginning of a reworking on more operator, and as we mentioned, we want to be reactive, and more over time, balance operator and add change and stuff like that. We will continue to do this kind of stuff.
Because we do have other operator that got some slight balance changes, but those are basically the three biggest changes. The others are more changing the loadout slightly, stuff like that.
Yeah, or area of effects that increase.
For example. Let's let them discuss about this and find out in the patch notes. I want to keep a little mystery alive. One more thing, you did talk about well, actually, we didn't touch about it that much. I don't know if people noticed, but the lighting has been reworked so that basically it's easier to do transition from outside and inside. Yeah. Did you notice trying it?
Not that much because I didn't play the graphics I'm used to. So but I'm sure I would notice, and I think that's a good change because back then it was really hard to engage in a fight because you would be so scared of getting into the building because you didn't see anything, right? And same thing for outside, defenders going outside is a good thing now because Blackbeard is so strong repelling. So defenders have to make sure that it's safe outside to go to counter Blackbeard. So yeah, that's a good change.
All right, sounds good. Also, besides that, I have one I'm really excited about. It might seem minor for some people, but I think it's a pretty big change. It's the gadget placement cancellation possibility. So now basically our players are going to be able to stop placing a gadget whenever they want to and be very reactive. If anybody wants to chirp in and tell me how they feel it's going to change the game.
So we can see on the video, you see as soon as you start to see the electrocution, you can cancel the deployment. And I think it will impact on the Termite and Bundy maybe.
The rivalry.
Yeah, the rivalry we saw on Garage.
Yeah, it's going to remove a bunch of battery tricks, and honestly, like, I don't think it's that bad of a thing. At first, I was really against it, but now I think it's fine. Like, really, Thermite shouldn't be punished that hard for placing down his, like, you know, exothermic charge. Like, that's what he does. And I really like this change too, because back then, what defenders would do is they would wait for an attacker. They would make like a hole very, very low, and then they would just wait for the attackers to go and plant the breach charge. And while they're planting the breach charge, they can't do anything. So they would just shoot and, you know, spam the wall and get a kill. Now, and sorry, yeah, the attackers, what they would do to counter that is they would literally like move, you know, in the way of the little like gap. And then they would stop and they would fake like placing down the breach charge
just to check if
yeah. And that's so silly. Like it shouldn't be, you know, it shouldn't be. So now it's not like that anymore. People won't be faking placing charges, and I really like this change. I mean, you know, it's making the game more about, you know, playing the game rather than playing against the mechanics.
That sounds good to me. We also have one big change, which is customization between rounds, which means people are going to be able to change their attachments, change anything they want, basically. Tell me your thoughts, everybody.
We were discussing with Serenity, and he had a good point on the rank system, because I'll let you continue on this one.
Sorry, what was it?
You know, like the idea is that when you play ranked, you don't know the map you're going to play.
Yeah.
So if you have equipped, for example, ACOG or Holosight, if it's a map with a long engagement range, you're kind of
yeah.
So now you're able to change your loadout and to adapt depending of the map, depending of the playstyle of your opponent. So I think it will create more, you know, like a mini meta game inside each fight.
Yeah, definitely. Before, you know, with the Pro League, it was fine because they know what map they're going to be playing. For the Go For as well, for the you know, the match we just played, that was fine. But yeah, for ranked, it was really frustrating. Like you would put an ACOG and you would play like in Oregon, which is like super close quarter. So yeah, again, like I said, I like this change, and I think it, you know, it should have been in the game, but now we got it, and it's awesome.
A feature that everybody's been asking for since literally.
Yeah, I think this is the community MVP. Like we probably did the beta, and they were like, customization
it's such a
rounds.
huge quality of life change while you're playing the game, and it makes it feel so much better when you're going into a map that you're not maybe prepared for.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it removes the kind of like awkward moments when someone starts a search and then one of the guys like, oh, I got to remove my ACOG, and then you stop the search just
1
for that.
second,
It's like,
guys,
come on, dude.
hold on.
Now you can change it mid round.
Great.
You know?
Yeah, so that should really facilitate queuing up for the next game.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you have any questions from the community, Justin? I think you did.
Yeah, so one thing about the upcoming ranked, upcoming changes to Season 2 ranked, this one's from @YingNYG84. Are ranks going to be reset for Season 2?
The answer is yes. They will be reset for Season 2, but we would like you to read the patch note for the full information, because actually it's there's quite a few changes, and I think if we start covering them now, we're going to be there for a little while. So
yeah, it's impossible to really capture everything that we're doing in about 2 minutes, so definitely check out the patch notes when they're released.
all I can tell you is a seasonal rank is happening, and I think it should be pretty interesting to see everybody trying it. I'm excited to see it anyway. So what are you guys looking forward to the most, like with Season 2? Is there anything that stands out to you?
The optics. The reflex sight is reworked, and now it's beautiful. The red dot is like super tiny. It used to be like a big, you know, fat dot, and lots of people really didn't like the optics in the game, and now they're fixed, and it feels really like, it feels good, you know, like they are satisfying to work with. And basically, to those of you that are on Twitch, lots of people, you know, they've been asking me every time they see a stream of me, when I get EMP'd with a reflex sight, you know, the triangle gets really close. That's the size that the reflex has now. So it looks like way better, right? And it's solid too. It's not like, it's not blurry. It's literally like a solid triangle. So I like this. This is really good.
I like that this is your pick, because it would seem like so small to some people, but it's so important to others. Yeah, it matters a lot. I'm excited about it.
And it was not like intuitive. Some people would literally ask me, where do the bullets go? And I would have to tell them at the tip of the triangle, but a little bit lower. And that's not intuitive. Now it's intuitive.
So it's good for newcomers too.
For sure, yeah.
All right, that sounds good. Leroy, can you tell us a little bit about our plans for the future of Rainbow? So like we're starting season 2, but what comes next?
But what comes next is that, as you mentioned, that
season
we want...
3.
Yeah, for sure, season 3. But the idea is that we continue to hear the community because of you, because of a lot of people. And you know that we know that we have some stuff to fix. And it takes time, and we are really learning also. It's a very different process to make this kind of game, to have a living game with a meta game that change and trying to ID stuff while fixing other stuff. But we are listening to you. It's great to work with you guys. I mean, everyone, like or Twitch chat, or Reddit, and because and even if sometimes it doesn't happen as fast as people want, in the end, it will happen. Like, for example, the customization.
It is there.
But it is there.
OP delivered.
And the more the time will go, the more we will learn, and the more we will get better at delivering stuff faster and fix the stuff faster. So yeah, I think season 3 will be, I can't spoil for now, but you can expect that us being even better on trying to deliver and fix all the issues.
Yeah, season 3, we're aiming for being very solid, and we are aiming for community feedback as well.
Yeah.
So can't wait for that too.
Yeah.
So continue to give us feedback. It's super important to us. The devs are all the time reading the subreddit, looking at Twitch. We're very interested in what people have to say. So
it's prime material for us. Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. It's very important. So let's do a quick recap. Basically, 2 new operators, 1 new map, a bunch of improvements that you're going to have to read up on the patch notes for the full information, released on May 9th. Can't wait to share that with you, to be honest. Let's do a little prediction, because we have some finals that are going to be happening. It's going to be Europe versus Europe, Port North Americans.
So sad,
At least you guys won the season 2 show match.
Yeah, we were doing... Yeah, but... I mean, I really thought Orbit was going to take it. Honestly, like, you know, they won the first map, and I was really hyped. And then the second map was really close, and then, you know, I don't know. It feels horrible. But at the same time, you know, it's fine, because it's the 2 better teams that are going to face each other, and it's going to be a close final. So that's good.
Do you have any predictions?
I'm pretty sure everybody, you know, is like, thinks that Penta is the favorite. So, yeah, I think Penta like 3-0.
Oh, wow. This is one convincing win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do we have other supporters of the other side?
So I actually spoke with some of the members from GFU, and they sound really confident going into this match. And they played their butts off in the previous match against Orbit GG. Orbit is not an easy team to beat and compete against. And the fact that Sifu came out and really played their butts off, I mean, it's a really amazing thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the new content is coming out on May 11th, so be ready for that. And we're going to head into the finals. This is going to wrap up our little panel. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. It was a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you, Serenity, for showing the game to the community through your eyes. And go check out his content. He does some pretty good videos.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So see you next time.